Hi everyone, welcome. So glad you're here. We are about to get started. I'll give a couple of other folks a moment or two to join, but I am excited to talk to you today about national scholarships for graduate study. So, welcome again. I'm Dr. Quinto. If you don't already know me, I know some of you are already familiar with nationally competitive scholarships at UNG, but if you are not, then I'm Dr. Quinto. I'm the fellowships advisor based on the Gainesville and Oconee campuses. And Dr. Lynn is here with us today too. I see her in the feed, and welcome everyone who's joining. I am excited to get to talk to you today about nationally competitive scholarships for graduate study, for master's degrees. We are going to cover a few different scholarships, and I'm waving back to all of you, so glad you're here. And we're going to talk a little bit about also what we do in nationally competitive scholarships at UNG, how we can help, and how we can help you find these scholarships for graduate study, for master's degrees. So let's go ahead and jump in. To give you a quick overview of nationally competitive scholarships advising at UNG, Dr. Anastasia Lynn, who's here with us and has commented as well, and Dr. Victoria Hightower, and myself, Dr. Catherine Quinto, we all work with you to help you find and apply for national scholarships. So these scholarships, as the name says, are nationally competitive, but we are here as your team to help you not only find these scholarships, but we're here every step of the way, whether it's finding one or more that is a fit for you, and then helping you to prepare these applications. So these applications, because they're nationally competitive, they are demanding, and that's why we're your team. We're going to help you, and welcome for everyone who's just joining us. We're going to help you prepare the application from the beginning. So that's everything from coming up with ideas for what you want to write about for those scholarship essays, which are always important, to preparing the essays themselves. So draft and revise. We're your support system for that. In addition, requesting recommendation letters, even preparing for an interview if there's an interview component for your scholarship. So we are going to be here with you every step of the way, really supporting you right up until you click submit, which will often be with us there cheering you on. So we want you to know that we are here to help. We are your support system at UNG for finding and applying for these scholarships. Now, more specifically, let's get into scholarships for master's degrees. I'm really excited to talk about several of these scholarships today. There are a lot of scholarships out there to help fund your master's degree. I'm very excited to talk about a few different categories. We're really going to divide these up today into 3 different categories. So we're going to look at scholarships that can help pay for your graduate school, for your master's in the U.S. We are also going to look at some scholarships that will help pay for a master's degree elsewhere, outside of the U.S., in many different countries around the world. And the third category focuses on one particular region. We'll also look at graduate master's scholarships for graduate study in the UK and Ireland. So, with that being said, let's jump right in. First, I want you all to know that we're going to focus on master's degrees today, but a lot of these scholarships could also help pay for part of a graduate degree in general. So not only a master's, some of them could help pay for a PhD. Some would even help pay for a professional degree, such as an MD, if you're interested in the medical route. So it's good for you to know that there are lots of possibilities with graduate scholarships. But first, let's jump in to graduate scholarships in the U.S. So I'm going to start with the Knight Hennessy Scholarship. For those of you who are interested in graduate school at Stanford, If you've ever dreamed of going there, if it's one of your kind of dream programs to go there and get a master's degree, I want you to consider the Knight Hennessy. This is an amazing award that can not only help to fund your graduate degree, it can also connect you with a cohort of like-minded scholars at Stanford and really support you becoming a part of that community. And the Knight Hennessy supports basically any major you want to pursue for a master's at Stanford. So this is a fabulous award to keep in mind if you're interested in graduate study at Stanford. I will also mention that the Knight Hennessy does not have a citizenship requirement. So its eligibility is an important piece to consider. Another graduate award for grad study in the US is the Soros Fellowship, which similarly does also not have a citizenship requirement and specifically looks to support students who are immigrants or the children of immigrants. And the Soros Fellowship can also pay for a master's degree in the US. It's an amazing award, specifically looking to support, as they describe it, new Americans. So the Knight Hennessy, the Soros are a couple of examples. We have many, many others to help support a master's in the US. For our STEM folks who are attending today, I don't know how many of you are passionate about your STEM fields, but you've probably already heard about the NSF, the National Science Foundation Graduate Research Fellowship. That can also pay for a master's degree, and it's also an amazing opportunity. So if one or more of these is kind of jumping out at you, then we want to talk to you about it, and we want to help you figure out whether this one is a fit and really help you prepare that application. So that's just kind of a quick overview of those master's degree scholarships for study in the US. And with that being said, we're going to kind of move from talking about master's degrees in the US to talking about earning a master's in countries outside of the US. We'll first talk about an award a lot of you might have already heard about, the Fulbright, which is a fabulous scholarship. There are 3 different types of Fulbright. So some of you might be familiar with the English teaching assistantship, which would support you as you would teach English abroad. Some of you might even be familiar with a research Fulbright. But that third category is what we're going to talk about today. That is the Fulbright for earning a master's degree abroad. Now, you may be interested to know that 1-year master's degrees are more common outside of the US than in the US, which means say that you want to go abroad, but 1 year sounds perfect and you'd like to earn that master's. You'd like for it to be fully paid for. The Fulbright could be a perfect fit for you. You have many, many, many countries to choose from, and you may not have to have language skills of the country that you're choosing. So we can talk with you about your eligibility and fit and your background. So we can help you if you're really interested in Fulbright and doing a master's abroad. We can help you find out which one might be the best fit for you. We can also help you, of course, prepare that application. Fulbright is an amazing program, and you would be fully funded for a year for that 1-year master's abroad. So that's everything from travel to room and board to a stipend, a living stipend, and tuition. So we're here to help you find which Fulbright might be a fit and help you prepare the application. I will say that Fulbright is time sensitive. So we have our Fulbright applicants working right now toward their deadline at the end of the summer. So we want you, if you're interested in Fulbright, to talk to us. Now, most of you, if you're interested in graduate study, I'm guessing are rising seniors. You may be, seniors looking at grad school. You may even be recent graduates, and you would be eligible. Even if you're a younger student and you're earlier in your undergrad, it's still a great idea to start looking at this now. But for Fulbright, you really need to be going into your senior year or have recently graduated. You can be eligible regardless. So good to know that it's even not too early if you're a first, second, third year undergrad. We want you to still explore these now, and we can meet with you to talk about them. So last but not least, that third category that I mentioned, I also want to briefly talk to you about this third category. They are international master's degree scholarships, but they are focused on the UK and Ireland. So there are several scholarships for graduate study in the UK or Ireland, and these scholarships are all an amazing and rich opportunity to not only have a master's degree funded, but again, to join a community of like-minded scholars. You might notice that's a theme with national scholarships. Not only is there that amazing funding that comes with a scholarship, there's a chance to connect with other students who are passionate about their studies and to really join a community. But if you've always dreamed of studying in the UK or Ireland, I'm happy to talk with you about these awards. There are several. The Marshall, the Mitchell, the Rhodes, the Gates Cambridge, and more. But most of these have a particularly high GPA requirement. So what we can talk about is whether one of these might be the best fit, or possibly Fulbright, which doesn't have a GPA requirement. And that's kind of where our advising appointment comes in. So I'm getting there, but just as a quick reminder, we definitely want to meet with each and every one of you after this to talk to you about which one is a fit, which ones are a fit, and to help you prepare the applications. But if you're interested in those graduate degrees in the UK, in Ireland, we definitely want you to keep these scholarships in mind as well. I will go back quickly to Fulbright because there are Fulbright scholarships for graduate study in the UK as well. So if you fall in love with a program in the UK, you may be able to apply for more than one scholarship and hope that one of them could come through for that program. So I have a wonderful question. How high is the GPA for Rhodes and Marshall? So I like to say that it's astronomically high. This is really, both of these awards are looking at 3.7, more commonly 3.8, 3.9, and 4.0 GPA requirement. So really, if you have just been, really keeping that high GPA and you're interested in these programs, we want to talk to you about it. If your GPA is not in that range, no worries. The other scholarships that I mentioned today, many of them do not have that requirement. Fulbright doesn't have a GPA requirement. So we can kind of help you find which one aligns with your experience and your accomplishments, and which one looks like it's the best fit for you. So thank you for that great question. But now you've gotten a little introduction to just a few of the many categories that we have. But what they have in common is that they can all pay for a master's degree, all of these scholarships. So whether you are interested in, I want to stay in the US, this is where I want to study, I don't want to go abroad, that's fine. There are scholarships for that. Or maybe you are the opposite. You really want to go abroad. You want to earn that master's abroad. There is kind of something for everyone. Yes, that's another great question. They all sound kind of similar. Are there some differences in the UK scholarships? There are. So what we want you to keep in mind is that the idea of there's kind of a scholarship for everybody means that some of these scholarships, including, for example, the Marshall, really, really emphasize leadership. So if you not only have strong academics, but also a lot of leadership experience, that might be the scholarship for you. Gates Cambridge, on the other hand, might not be as interested in your leadership. They might be a lot more interested in your research. They might look to support a student who has done undergraduate research. And then Rhodes, on the other hand, looks for leadership experience, service experience, and outstanding academics. So a little bit of everything. If you've been super involved and you have an extremely high GPA. I will say the Fulbright really looks for a well-rounded student. And I'm intentionally very general about that, because whatever you've been involved with, you have a story to tell. And so for Fulbright, we're really going to help you to draw out what your strengths are, what your experiences have been, and how they're relevant on this journey toward this scholarship. So each scholarship is definitely looking for something a little bit different. And that's where we come in as advisors to help you think about how your strengths and experiences match up with that particular scholarship. So as you have seen, there are a lot. If it's overwhelming, that's okay. That's also where our advising comes in. We're going to help you sort through all of these and really get to know which one or which ones is the best fit. And a quick reminder that once you find which one or which ones are the best fit, we're going to be there for you each step of the way. Everything from thinking about whom to ask for recommendation letters to writing those application essays. We will take it step by step with you and give you lots of revision suggestions, help you revise many, many times until your essays are just fabulous. We want to help support you through that journey. And speaking of the journey, we do, if you're interested in the international graduate study, international master's degrees, we want you to come back next week. Same time, same place on our Instagram Live. We'll be talking about study abroad in China. And one of the scholarships we'll be talking about is for graduate study abroad in China. That's the Schwarzman. So keep that in mind. Same time, same place next week. So any other questions? I know it's a lot of information, but we wanted to introduce you and really help you to get to know how many wonderful scholarships there are for master's degrees and really how we are here to help. And we want you to know that we really would love for you to schedule an appointment with us. So the easiest way is to email us at ncs@ung.edu, Nationally Competitive Scholarships. And then Dr. Lynn, Dr. Hightower, or I will be meeting with you, more than likely all three of us, because we're a team, and really giving you feedback on application essays and helping you find not only which one to apply for, but prepare that application. I will add one more. Oh, thank you. Dr. Lynn just added our email address in our comments. So you can see it there. That's how you're going to get in touch with us to schedule a virtual advising appointment. I want you to keep in mind what it takes to apply for one of these. As you have heard, the applications are challenging, but they will really help you to grow. So if you're up for that challenge, if you're up for some writing, as long as you have a support system, that will be us, we really want you to be ready for that hard work, but to know that we're going to be here for you. You know, what it also takes is really kind of taking the initiative to email us, to schedule that appointment, to say, yeah, I think I can do this. I'm really interested. As we have mentioned, some of these require a very high GPA, but not all of them. So your academics will be important, but your story will be really important. So we will help you tell your story and share your experiences and talk about why you are a great fit for one of these scholarships. So we really just want you to start the conversation with us and get started exploring. The more scholarships you apply for, the more your chances increase of getting one of these. They are highly competitive, but UNG students are highly competitive. And we want to tell you you can do it. And we are going to cheer you on. We are going to help you and really support you. And our goal is that just applying for one of these really helps you learn more about you and help strengthen those communication skills, which are going to carry you forward into those goals that you have. So our applicants share with us time and again how helpful this opportunity is for them. Just applying is really a fabulous opportunity to strengthen those skills and learn more about themselves. So we really just want you to know that we're here for you, we're supporting you, and there are many amazing master's scholarships out there. But the first step is really to reach out to us, to email us, schedule that advising appointment, and the sooner the better. So I know I mentioned that Fulbright, but other scholarships that I mentioned, all the UK and Ireland scholarships, those master's scholarships are time sensitive. So this summer is the time to prepare them. That's if you're a rising senior, if you're a recent graduate. But even if you're a first, second, third year student and you want to talk to us, it's not too early. So let's get going on these. We're really excited to work with each and every one of you. And do I have any other questions? Please feel free to share them in the comments. I'm happy to address them. Anything else you all are kind of wondering about with these master's scholarships? I'll give you just a minute. Yes, Dr. Lynn, thank you for that wonderful reminder. We work with alumni, so if you have graduated from UNG several years ago, reach out to us. Alumni are eligible for several of these scholarships, including Fulbright. What an amazing opportunity. So do reach out to us. It doesn't matter where you are with your academic journey, whether you're a current student or an alum, you are eligible for one or more of these. So do reach out to us. And any other questions before we kind of wrap up for the day? Yes. I like Dr. Lynn's comment. We will literally take UNG students at any point in their journey. Absolutely. We regularly meet with brand new first year students all the way through students who have graduated. And it's awesome because there's scholarship for everybody, regardless of where you are with that journey. So, unless I have any other questions come up, I want to thank you all so much for joining today. It has been a pleasure talking to you about master's scholarships, and I hope you'll join us same time, same place next week to learn about scholarships for study abroad in China. And I hope you all have a great rest of the day. We hope to talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.